Didn't have to complete any kind of work term. The father simply allowed Moses to marry one of his daughters. No work term involved. You go to Genesis 29 in the Torah, Jacob meets two women for whom he has to complete a work term towards the father in order to be able to marry. So the stories are very clearly mixed up. But here's the wild part. In the Quran, Moses helps the women and says, "You are now safe from the wrongdoing people." And the Torah, he helps them by driving some shepherds away. The way that Jacob helps them is by rolling away a stone. 700 years later, Ibn Kathir, an authoritative commentator, especially in Sunni Islam, is retelling the story of the marriage of Moses. He says that he helped them by rolling away stones so heavy that only 10 men could lift it, which is exactly why the women needed Jacob's help in the story of Jacob's marriage. In other words, Ibn Kathir, who's writing 700 years later, is still conflating the stories of Jacob and Moses.
So you don't even understand the stories of them and you're trying to point out mistakes? Book of Genesis 29, 18-20. Jacob loved Rahel or Rachel, and he said, "I will serve you 7 years for your younger daughter, Rahel." Laban said, "It is better that I give her to you than that I should give her to any other man." Stay with me. So Jacob served 7 years for Rahel. They seemed to him a few days because of the love he had for Rahel. Book of Genesis 29, 23-27. But in the evening, he took his daughter Leah and brought her to Jacob. And in the morning, behold, it was Leah. And Jacob said to Laban, "What is this you have done to me? Did I not serve you for Rahel? Why then have you deceived me?" Laban said, "It is not so done in our country to give the younger before the firstborn. Complete the week of this one, and we will give you the other also in return for serving me another 7 years." So Jacob got tricked here. He had to serve 7 plus 7 for two different women. For Moses is different. Surah Al-Qasas 28-29. Now this is the story of Moses, right? And when he arrived at the water of Madian, he found there a crowd of people watering. And he found aside from them 2 women holding back their flocks. He said, "What is your circumstance?" They said, "We do not water until the shepherds take their flocks, and our father is an old man." Right? So their tribulation is different. It's not rolling the rock, it is their flocks. Now, chapter 28, verse 27, he said, "Indeed, I wish to marry you to one of these 2 daughters of mine on condition that you serve me for 8 years." Remember, Moses only married one of the 2. Laban tricked Jacob into marrying both of his daughters.